It's always, yeah.
I don't know why.
I think it's just the time of year. So we were discussing, well, welcome back everybody. We were discussing how normally fall releases from Kentucky, and I said this in a recent video. The September batch from all the Heaven Hills, everything else, anything that is bottled in fall, normally is the best for the year.
Yeah, I'm a firm believer in that too.
Yeah.
I don't know why. I'm sure it's all in my damn head, but
I don't think it is, man. Because if it's in your head, it's in my head too. And I've done several blind tastings of Elijah Craig. I did consecutive years.
yeah.
And each year, batch C was always better than A and B.
Yeah, so of course I went to Heaven Hills, so Elijah Craig and Larceny release barrel strength 3 times a year.
Yeah.
So you have A, B, and C.
Mm-hmm.
Did find this out, so this year's first year they started doing the Bourbon, which isn't even a bourbon, it's just a wheated whiskey.
Just a wheat whiskey. Yeah.
Just a wheat whiskey, but they're only going to release that twice a year. So
I haven't had Bourbon in forever.
I love that shit.
Yeah.
Dude, for as cheap as that stuff is, god damn, it's
I mean,
good.
It's 7 years old. Most of them, I think, are
7
7
years.
year. But
Yeah, so that's a 7 year. So that's one that I just did there, and it's a barrel proof,
Yeah.
which I haven't opened it yet because I bottled it myself. So probably gonna sit on that
Yeah.
for a special occasion.
Might as well.
Yeah, I mean, like the day I find out I've got liver cancer or something.
Let's take it. Knock on wood.
But
Well, we decided to. I know he's shared these before with me, but we got to talking about travel, and since this whole story series is based around travel and going to places and picking shit up, he's got 2 Wild Turkey travel exclusives that we're gonna dip into, and we're also gonna discuss how he got so many fucking bottles back from Kentucky.
yeah,
So we're gonna taste these, and then we're gonna show you all the secret to transporting a shitload of bottles without breaking them.
all right.
All right,
Let's
what do you want to do first?
Well, I mean, let's start with the young one first.
All
Let's
right.
do the 12 year.
And this one's a really cool bottle.
Yeah, it's a cool box, cool bottle. I mean, it's cool.
Try not to get in anybody's way. Just give y'all something to look at. You want me to pour up? You want to pour up?
Pour them up. Here. Yeah, pour that.
Just try not to do too much. Oh, I didn't want to pour that much. But we're gonna sit here and bullshit for a while, so
Which, of course, I'm a huge fan of Wild Turkey, so
love Wild Turkey.
I think it's probably some of the most underrated bourbon out there.
Oh yeah.
I know I've talked to people that are like, oh, I'm not drinking that garbage. I'm like, well, first off, you're an idiot.
So I have a really good theory or thought on why that is. It's because when everybody's young, you go to the bar with your buddies. You don't think about drinking for taste or flavor or anything. And there's like, everybody's like, hey, let's do some shots. What do you want to drink? Oh, let's do some shots of Wild Turkey 101. So next thing you know, you're just kicking back shots of 101.
Get sick on them.
Get sick, fucking knocks your dick in the dirt, and then now you got a bad experience.
Yeah.
Because that,
Now, when you smell it, you're like, oh.
yeah. So I'm glad you brought that up because me and Gene Barron. So Wes actually graduated high school with Gene. They were 2 years ahead of me, and I lived across the road whenever in high school from Gene. So that's how I knew him. I rode to school with him every day, and he actually lived across the parking lot. So we all lived within 500 yards of each other at one point in time. Well, Gene had the same experience with Wild Turkey.
Yeah.
I'm never going to drink Wild Turkey. It's fucking disgusting. I was like, let me show you how to drink it. And then now he fucking loves Wild Turkey.
I mean, I just love the shit. It's so goddamn good.
And this is a 12-year 101.
Yeah.
I bet it's delicious. I haven't even put it in my mouth yet. I bet it's delicious. That's just,
I mean, and I don't know why. It is a 12-year, but I don't know if you're getting it. When I smell it, it is a little heavy ethanol on the nose for a 12-year, typically, I think. But It doesn't taste that way though.
No, I mean it's a little hot on the back of the throat.
That's wild turkey. In
But
general.
yeah, I do.
That's wild turkey for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's always a little hot.
I do get the ethanol. Maybe a little higher octane. Not.
And of course, my sinus are so jacked up in the fall right now, so
Yeah.
that could be part of it. That's all I can smell right now.
And I mean, depending like what we were talking about at the beginning.
Yeah, so I think this is a Japanese release, I believe.
Oh, okay.
I think you should be labeling on the back. If you can't read it, it's Japanese.
Yeah, it's definitely a bunch of
Ching chong.
hee-haw. That's not racist.
Gonna have some damn ninja assassins coming in here.
They took my stabbing knife away from me. That's from a fucking cartoon. This little fucking demonic little robot who was just going around like just stabbing people, not even killing them, just stab. But no, I'm a huge fan of wild turkey. I think eventually we're gonna do a blind tasting, and I've been trying to talk him into this, gently, because I've got some of them, but he's definitely got more than what I have now. About doing a series of blind tastings and then going through like wild turkey and all of their special releases. We've done this kind of before, but we paired different barrel proofs from different distilleries against each other. I'd like to go through each distillery, do all their special releases and find the best one from that. Go to the next one,
Yeah.
do all theirs.
We can do that. We just got to get them.
Yeah.
I mean, I've got some. Like,
It's
we were just talking about the Master's Keep. I've got 4 of the 8.
Yeah.
Now I've got to figure out how to find the other 4.
Well, the
Feel free to donate. We'll
Yeah.
get it and do a video.
Yeah, if you want to donate, he said if we get enough donations, we'll open out Wild Turkey 12 from 1984. And you hadn't even unwrapped that one yet.
No, it's still. So I don't know if y'all can see this. So this is a Wild Turkey Beyond Dedication. And get this damn thing open. It is wrapped in wild turkey tissue paper. This came out of my grandfather's bar. So, of course, money makes the world go round. So, enough incentive, we'll open it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that one, the Eagle Rare, and Weather 107.
Yeah.
Those are both 81s.
81.
Yeah, 1981 Eagle Rare and 81 Weller 107. So that 107, of course, is still Stitzel Weller.
Yeah. Well, and I'm sure we could go to Bardstown or whatever place you were talking about.
Oh yeah,
We could go there and find those whiskeys. I would.
Oh yeah, and taste them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think I told you, Jason and I went last year. We were sitting at a bar called Neat. And so we're just like, okay, we're drinking old stuff. And we say, hey, what do you have from 1978 and 1977? Those are years we were born. So I drank Old Taylor 1978. Hands down, inside the top 10 whiskeys I've ever drank in my life. Just Old Taylor. Wow. This isn't EH. This is Old Taylor.
Yeah.
That rock gut shit you buy on the shelf for $22 for a half gallon in that plastic bottle now. But it's not the same.
Yeah.
It was so damn good. Now Jason, I can't remember what he got, but it wasn't good. he didn't care for it, but
Yeah, it happens.
But mine was. I made a good choice on mine. So.
I'd like to try some wild turkey from the 80s.
Oh, and they got it. I mean, you can drink. They've got stuff that's. I mean, if you want to pay for it, they got pre-prohibition stuff.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure I'm not going to want to drink pre-prohibition because I just don't know it's going to be that damn good.
Yeah. I mean, if I had the money, I'd go in there and just try one from each. I'd like to see if they had a series of the same whiskey from different decades.
Yeah. So this is an old bottle.
Yeah. Is that a liter? That is a liter.
It is a liter. Yeah.
It's a big old fucking bottle right there.
So this next one is export only Wild Turkey 13 year, and they call it Father and Son. So this is a Jimmy and Eddie release, I guess.
I always like these bottles, the shape and the topper and all that.
Yeah, I don't like the new ones.
Yeah. Well, this is still like the rare breed bottle, but this is a liter.
Yeah, I got water in my glass water. Yeah, as you can tell, I haven't had much of this. I don't share this one.
I'm not sure it either.
Well,
That's a lie. If you come to my house,
I'll share anything
Yeah.
except for my dumbass friends.
yeah,
I have a couple of dumbass friends that they're just idiots want to chug a whole bottle.
you get drunk. Yeah. Yeah, I was telling Logan at work, like I mean, there isn't but maybe one or like a handful of bottles in my house that are unopened right now.
Yeah.
And like if you come over and you've never experienced any type of whiskey tasting, I'm probably gonna get you drunk by the time you leave. You're gonna have tasted like 20 different whiskeys.
Yeah, that's the way to do it.
Oh yeah, it's
Well,
fun.
I mean, we were talking earlier. I was telling you I got that app just to inventory everything now.
What's this app called?
Whiskey Shelf? Yeah, Whiskey Shelf. My cousin sent it to me, so I've been playing with it. And it's just awesome. I mean, so far I'm liking it. They have a subscription side to it. I don't really know what that means. I'm sure that has to do with sharing and stuff.
Yeah,
But right now it's just for me literally keeping track of what I have because
Whiskey Shelf.
that's it, yeah.
Install.
But you can go basically I've just been putting in all my bourbons. You scan the UPC code, so it's really simple. You just take a picture of it and it automatically loads it.
Huh.
I think I've had 3 bottles so far that weren't in the system that I had to enter manually.
Well, that's cool.
So, yeah, you just scan the UPC code and you put how many bottles you got. So, but like we were talking about, I mean, what did I say? I had 3. I mean, I haven't even finished yet, but right now we're at 300 bottles. But what I tell you,
It's easy to get carried away.
and I still got. I think I'm gonna be around 330 bottles, but right now 300 bottles. But out of those, get off this. Yeah, 148 of them are open. So
Yeah.
God knows I'm gonna open my shit. So
It's like you don't have a problem drinking whiskey. You just got a problem buying it.
yeah,
I had that same problem.
yeah, I like to buy it. I like to buy it a lot.
This one feels. I know this. So this one's a lower proof. This one's only at like 86. Yeah, 43%.
Yeah, so that's typically going to be, say, it's probably going, I would say it's probably going to Japan.
Yeah,
They like that lower proof stuff.
yeah. They're not as tough as we are. At least their throats are,
That's why they lost the war.
among other things.
But
No, this one's.
it's very, like, I want to say silky, I
Yeah,
guess.
it's easier to drink. It's
It's
definitely
just super,
not as hot.
yeah, it's definitely not as hot, but it's good.
Silky is a good descriptor.
It just slides down.
Yeah. There's a joke there somewhere.
Oh yeah, there is. I'm going to say I do like the 12 better though.
I do. Yeah. Well, it doesn't.
But I prefer higher proof.
Yeah. 101. It's right around my favorite proof point. Yeah.
Well, you were telling me you take Rare Breed and 101
I did in the past.
and mix them together
Yeah.
and basically make like a 107.
Yeah. And
And you said you loved it
yeah, you get 107 proof whiskey for
on the
Like-
cheap.
yeah. Well, it used to when Rare Breed was $40-something.
Yeah, Rare
Now
Breed's
it's
what 55 now, I think.
50. Yeah, 55 plus tax or 57.
Yeah, sure, it's expensive, but
So
and I love Rare Breed, but the problem is I just get hammered on that shit.
that's why I like blending it with the 101. You just take it down just a little bit, but you still have all that flavor.
Yeah, it's all the same.
Yeah.
But
Oh, so hey, what we'll have to do, I don't know if you saw it. You watch my videos?
sometimes
Somebody
I'm in a lot of them, but I tend not to watch them.
I do that. I do that all the time. We'll get to talking about something, and somebody will ask me. I was like, apparently you don't fucking watch my videos, because they'll ask me a question like, I just released a video on that. But So I recorded a short the other day. I have these finishing spirals that came in Wild Turkey gift sets.
Really?
Yeah.
Never seen those.
They're old as shit. And I just happened upon them at a small little liquor store.
Just put them in a bottle?
You got to put them in a mason jar.
Mason jar?
Because the spirals are like 1.5 inches diameter. So you're not going to be able to fit it in a bottle. But it actually came with like a 16-ounce jar.
Oh, I can punch it through.
It's fine. It's fine. So what I did, and I've had like 4 or 5 of these bottles, or the spirals, and I've used them on several different things. I used them on scotch. I used them on mezcal to finish and add more flavor to it. But my current,
so that's similar to that one bourbon that's out now.
The rye inspired, or it's got the oak spiral.
Yeah, I haven't bought that shit because it just seems so gimmicky to me. I just don't do it.
It's MGP bourbon,
and
it's MGP whiskey.
They're goddamn expensive.
Yeah, they're not cheap nowadays.
And I'm not paying that kind of price for something that I just don't know has a history of being good.
And the thing about those, and we've actually done an experiment on the podcast when we were still running. Every 6 months, we kept the same bottle of one of those releases, and I don't remember if it was a bourbon or a rye. And we tried it every 6 months because it should potentially change once you open the bottle, or it actually should change without even opening the bottle because the longer the oak sits in there. And we did notice there was changes to it over time. Whether it's good or bad, it's up to the person drinking it. But what I'm doing now is I took roughly half of a half gallon in a big 32-ounce jar, and I took one of the fresh, unused spirals, put it in there, and now I'm going to do a process of testing like every 3 months. I'm going to break it out. And you can help me with it if you want.
Yeah.
But we'll just take like a regular Wild Turkey 101 fresh bottle and then test it against that to see if there's any noticeable differences, which you should see something.
I just don't like buying those brands because it just seems gimmicky to me.
Yeah, it's very gimmicky.
And like I said, they're unproven. It's one thing maybe to spend money on a Wild Turkey brand that I know about 99% sure it's going to be damn good. Because we know I'll spend money.
He will spend money.
But I bought some shitty ones. I mean, of course, y'all saw the video of the Square 6.
Oh, yeah.
Most god awful shit on the planet I've ever bought.
The Widow Jane 13. No,
That's just easy to drink, but I mean, if I'm gonna sit around all night and I got unlimited supply of that, I'll drink that. But
yeah,
that's better.
Yeah, I don't disagree. What is wildturkey.jp, Japan?
I guess so. Makes sense.
Hey, so we're going to segue real quick because we're already at 18 minutes.
Okay.
Show us how you transported it. Where'd you put it?
It's over there, but I can throw it on the bottom over there.
We'll just do it like this.
Here, let me turn the TV off so it's got my background.
Oh, here, I'll give you a quick tour. So he's got a bunch of old decanters up here, which are pretty cool. Let's zoom in on them. There's a Dickel, some other stuff. Here's his collection, part of his collection. Y'all have seen that. But here, I'll just show y'all his whole bar here. So here's the bar where we're sitting. Pretty cool. That's made out of barrel staves. Those are all made out of barrel staves. And you got a little lounge area. Got the bar cart. Yeah. That's Wes. And you got another little section over here with some decanters and then some.
Yeah. That buffet table was actually from Hungary. Made in 1873. I got from my grandfather.
Oh, that's fucking cool.
Yeah. He got it when he was stationed in Germany and then shipped it back over and I ended up with it.
And then we got all of his specialty steins and decanters down here, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, most of those came from Germany from my grandfather collecting the steins. really cool.
Yeah.
And the canters, I just collect them. I got actually most of the canters came from my other grandfather.
Yeah.
So.
And we got one more little corner cabinet over here. But what we're talking about is how to get 20 bottles of whiskey home safely.
So I looked for a brand and I can't find it. It's on Amazon. Just look for, it's actually a wine carrier is what it is. It's a hard case suitcase, and you can make it as an actual suitcase. So you can, it's got two sides to it. This side I pulled everything out and I just put the bags in there. That's what I did.
Yeah, the inflatable bags.
The inflatable bags. So just because bottles are different shapes.
Yeah.
So
makes sense.
on the weird shaped bottles I put on this side, and this side I just did more of the normal shaped bottles. Of course, everything straps down. It's got padding all around it, and you can fit 6 normal bottles there.
Heck yeah.
So I think I ended up coming back with 16 or 17 bottles in this bag alone.
Wow, that's amazing.
So, and it weighed, my weight limit was like 70 pounds. I think this bag weighed 68. It was heavy.
How much did this thing cost?
I think it was $250 or $300, but
that's worth it.
I mean, if you don't lose any bottles.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, I think you're going to Kentucky, most of them bottles, especially distillery picks, stuff like that, they're going to run you $100 to $200 per piece.
Oh, yeah, you got $2,000 worth of bottles.
Yeah, I mean, you got a ton there.
Yeah.
And the whole reason I did this before is because last year I went, my buddy drove back to St. Louis, he shipped me the bottles, and UPS straight up jacked me. So they said package got lost. It showed to be on my truck, 2 packages, only one showed up that day. I had to be there to sign for them. And I had about $2 grand worth of stuff lost.
Wow.
So that's why I invested in this.
Fuck
so,
UPS.
Yeah, I would never use them again.
Yeah.
And then everything else, I just used the inflatable bags, put in our regular luggage.
Yeah,
so,
that'll work too.
And it worked. We just make sure we tape down the tops because we just don't want to pop a top. So.
Yeah. Yeah, that'll happen.
Yeah. So we tape the tops down with packing tape and then tape the bags down themselves.
Cabin pressure the air pressure at altitude will pop a cork off.
But I got back, 31 bottles came back this time in 4 bags, and we didn't lose anything.
Hell yeah.
I think my cousin came back with 29 or 30 bottles, and he said he had one leak a little bit. He lost about an ounce.
Yeah, that's not bad.
It didn't even pop the whole top, it just leaked.
It just pushed it out.
He just pushed it out a little bit and leaked. He said he lost about an ounce.
Hell yeah.
So, and it wasn't on anything super special, so that was good.
Sure. Well, that's cool. Well, we'll go ahead and finish this and then talk about what we'll review next. We're probably just going to come back on and sip some whiskey. We got about 45 minutes before he said he's got to start cooking. Yeah. So, what's for dinner?
I'm going to cook chili. And of course, you're welcome to stay and eat. So.
I have to have a bowl of chili. Yeah. All right, guys. Well, thanks for watching. Here's your travel retail exclusive video.
I've got that Four Roses one too. It tastes like total dick, but
yeah, we can pass on that.
Yeah, don't buy Four Roses Super Premium ever. And I love Four Roses. I'm not bashing on them, but that Super Premium is goddamn awful.
Yeah. Anyway, I guess that's all we got. Thanks for watching. Until next time. Don't forget, look below for all the ways to help out with the bills around the house. You can donate. You can send samples. Well, they're all appreciated. But yeah, like always, drink some whiskey. Share with your friends and family, like Wes does, and everybody else who's ever donated to me, which is awesome. Don't drink and drive. Take care, and we'll see you next time. Cheers. Shut it off.